Hello YouTube, and welcome to a slightly different format of video to the ones that I've made so far. It's still Kato Ge stock, but this time rather than opening a box containing a model, we're going to build one. Now if you're wondering why on earth I've decided I want to build this locomotive instead of just buying a ready-to-run one, you can only get this particular livery in the train set. Now I don't need the train set because I've already got track, I've already got controllers. I would recommend the train set if you are a complete beginner though, as the contents are very good. The two coaches in it, by the way, have the same numbers as the two that come standalone with the red locomotive, so I already have those as well. First thing I'm going to open up is the powered chassis. Incidentally, as I work, I shall lay these labels out along the bottom edge here, so you should be able to pause the video and get the part numbers if you want to follow along, if you want to do this yourself. There we go. Now the motorised chassis is complete apart from the bogies. It has couplings, motor, lighting, everything factory installed. So this is a very, very simple build. Next thing is we're going to open the bogies. These are packed, the bogies are packed individually, by the way. Obviously you need two, so I shall pop that there. I'll open both bogies before I go any further. Put the body on the pantograph out of the way. That's why you've got two of those, because you need two bogies. Now this is the only remotely ticklish bit of the build. These fittings on the end of the drive shafts need to fit into the matching receptacles on the flywheels on the ends of the motor, which can be a bit tricky. It very much depends on them finding the right angle. I don't know if that's right. It doesn't feel right though, so I'm going to pop that back out and try again. Just check I haven't dislodged anything else while I was doing that. As I said, this bit is a little bit trickier. If it doesn't want to just pop in, by the way, don't try to force it. Just back off and try again from a slightly different angle, because that is how you break these if you try to force things into. Okay. Yes, this is not proving easy, but I am determined to get it in there. Excuse me for a second, I'm just studying the alignment of this component, because what I'm going to have to do is try to adjust the fitting on the bogie to roughly the same angle and hope that it will drop in. Oh, that should be it. So why won't you go in? Aha, there we go. That's one end fitted. That's the silly thing. You'll end up wrestling with it for 5 minutes like that, and then it will suddenly just pop in. Just use the same technique at this end. As I said, this is the only remotely ticklish bit of the whole build. And it's really just a case of gently wiggling components until, there we go, that should be right. So before I attach anything else to this, I will give it a quick test run. There we go, that's good. Back the other way to check the lights. There we go. That's good. for the next stop. The body. Incidentally, the bogies are the same for all versions of this loco as far as I can work out. Obviously they are in real life, but you do need the body reference and the chassis reference are probably important. Certainly the body reference, because that makes it the Glacier on Tour loco rather than the plain red one or the UNESCO one. There may still be some bodies around for those. I don't think there'll be any for the Arbula line. I think it's Arbula line. Then you have the 100th anniversary one they did a few years ago. Now when fitting the body, you may notice there's a little tiny arrow there. And if you look at the chassis, there's also an arrow there. That tells you which way round it goes. Again, don't force it, just gently wiggle it into place. The little jumpers on the end there, you may need a tool to pop them open. Luckily I have this toothpick to hand, so I shall just use that to... You just need to gently lift them over the buffer beam as you pop it on. Like so. One end. There we go. Now, of course, there's something missing there. Pantographs. These come as a pack of 2, and I think they're the standard part for all of the G443s that Kato have released. But again, I'll pop that there. That's now the complete listing of parts that you'll need to build one of these. The pantographs are rather tiny and rather fragile, but again, simply press fit into these little holes that are pre-drilled in the body. Incidentally, you don't need to drill, paint or glue anything with this project. You literally just pop parts into the slots. You're doing what the factory in Japan does. This may also be useful if you have a damaged one of these and you need the parts to repair it. Now, obviously, this still has the Rapido couplings, so if you want the close couplings that they now fit to pretty much everything apart from the Glacier Express startup sets, you have a couple of options. One is you can buy this pack, 28-186. That's a complete set of close couplers for a locomotive and a 6-coach Glacier Express. Or if you have the pack of Einheitswagen coaches, either of those 2 packs, the 4-coach basic pack or the 4-coach extension, you will have at least one spare pair of couplings to suit a locomotive. The advantage of buying these, incidentally, and this is the reason I bought another spare pack of them, is that they will fit certain other vehicles. For example, if, like me, you have any of the MDS Modellbahn sliding wall wagons, the couplings will fit those just as well. Anyway, let's pop this on the track for a little bit. If I can do this as I put the body on, I can't see. Oh, I think we're okay. There we go. And this is a good time to pause if you want to make a note of these part numbers. Other than that, I shall say I hope you've enjoyed the video and I hope it's been useful to you. Goodbye.